Hello again, everybody. A Prospector Zeke quest day. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and go find the Oysters. And yes, I know I have my Cyrus Drake quest, but we're gonna go find our Oysters. I love these things. They're actually one of my favorite ones to find. I don't know why. They just are. Anyway, we're gonna start first here in the Jade Palace. Well, actually, no, let's go to Hatsume Village and the Outpost. Those two are actually really fun to find. So, once we get over there, I'll show you where he is. We're just gonna kind of go in order that we did our main quest line in. So we're just gonna start out here, go to the next place. I think I said we found, the only one we did was the Tree of Life, which was a dungeon. Alright, so this little oyster, if I remember correctly, I think is over here somewhere. There he is. You go, if you come out and you're by like the teleporter and Mr. Gamma, who gives you your main quest line, you go straight like you're going to the town outskirts, and you go to the right, and he's kind of right here by the little fence post and the building. So he's like right. You also here in the village, you also go to the outpost. This one is pretty simple. You just gotta walk all the way there, and I'll show you. If you're almost done with like your main quest line, and you go over here to this little dojo. I like to sneak through these bars. Sometimes it glitches and it always ends up doing that. If you're heading to your quest, which leads you into the dojo, go to the left behind the well. Literally you have to go behind the well, so like if you're right here you can't see it, you have to go like all the way around. And I'm sorry, we also did the temple one too. That one I showed you in that dungeon as well, and the one in the Tree of Life we already have. So those two are dungeons that you can just grab it while you're in there instead of having to go back inside and do the entire temple, which takes kind of a while. But for the next two, we're gonna go to Shoshan Village, which I believe it has two. When you poof back, if you actually want to go to a different area and find one of the Oysters in the Jade Palace while you're heading over there, that's kind of what I do. So this one is like when you're heading towards Shoshan Village, he's by this in the middle on this little island by this tree. But if you're coming from over here, you can literally see him. He's like right here, mixed in with the other stuff. The only one in Shoshan, the only two, sorry, the Cave of Solitude I think doesn't have one. The only one in this area is the Cave of Solitude that doesn't have a oyster. But the village does. Or I should say Shoshan Village has one. As well as Kibi Village. I always forget about this one in here and I don't know why. I guess because this reminds me of like a entrance thing, I guess. So if you're coming over here and you going toward Sunhin, like you're doing your main quest, you actually go to the left of him behind this first building here where the fence line is. It's right here behind the building right here by this little opening. Now when you enter the Kibi village, you have to walk all the way towards where Mossback is, and I forget the guy's name that also gives you your main quest to do everything in here. Head toward them, and I'll show you where the oyster is in here. It takes a bit. Okay, so you go over the two little bridges here, you go up here in this little area where you go over to, that was right, to Luke. You go straight to where Mossback is, and you see this little well here. Go behind the well, and you find your oyster. Now to the last one in the Jade Palace and Yoshido Temple. Poof back. That's what I do. Instead of having to walk back unless you're doing your main quest line. Once you poof back, go straight towards the Yoshido Temple area. Once you enter this little area here with the rock and raking, I forget what you call it in Japanese. I'm sorry, I apologize. I forgot what it's called. Go straight over here toward this little cherry tree next to the building, which I think you do in a future quest. Go straight over here toward the cherry tree, and he's right by the cherry tree. That is the last one for the Jade Palace. Now, for Yoshido Temple. Okay, so once you've walked all the way over here toward your little island area, it might take me a minute to find it because it's always in a weird spot and I forget where it is. So you can either take the stairs or you can go like up and down. I kind of cheat when I do that. You go up and down the stairs, past the area of the Tree of Life, down one more set of stairs, going across to the Village of Sorrow, and in between these two statues here, if like say you're coming straight from the bridge, like you're coming this way, he's in between these two statues here for the Yoshido Temple. And now we're gonna do the Village of Sorrow. The only one in this one that doesn't have one is the Ancient Burial Grounds. So I believe our last one is in the Village of Sorrow. To the teleporter hub, teleporter, little basis, take it. And once you're right about in the middle here, go straight to this building over here where you fight, I forget his name, where you fight Usaki. Apologies if I said that wrong. The building on the right of where you go to defeat Usaki in that dungeon. He's right here in this little corner here. Oh my gosh, my brain today. And that will end all of your oyster quests. You go turn in your quest, you get a badge. You get a badge, you get coins, you get experience, you get a training point, and you get your one of a spellment options. So if you go turn that in and you get all of your stuff, you should be good to go for that one. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my video thus far. If you are enjoying my content, please like, subscribe, or comment. Your feedback is always welcome on my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!